Go fast. And that's when he said, okay. That's the front of their car. Doom, doom. And that's when Henry was saying, okay, hooray, we're in New York in Central Park right now, hooray. And that's when they were at the trees of Central Park. And that's when the sign was saying Central Park. It was saying, okay, yeah, Central Park. I remember when I was a kid, and that's when her imagination was coming. And that's when I'm saying, I remember I was a kid. That's her as a kid. She was closing her car door. I just remember all the times when me and my parents used to always go to Central Park. She loved the teddy bears very much. And that's her shadow on the floor. She was wearing teddy bear shoes. I just remember all the times. That's her when she was a kid. And that's her parents right there. That's what the parents looked like. They were smiling. That's the mom and that's the dad. And he smiled. And that's when Madison smiled. And that's when Madison, the mom and the dad hold it in Madison's arms close together. And that's when the dad bit his arm of Madison's. And that's the dad's arm and that's the mom's arm. That's when they were going. They were playing pool. That's when the mom was just sitting there watching them, she was saying, the mom was saying. And that's when Madison was being tickled by her dad, and that's when, that's when she was laughing. She got up. That's when he's saying, whoa, 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 whoa. She almost fell off the pole. They were kind of out Lake of Central Park. Saying, that's when Madison was saying, love you, Dad. They were so much. That's when the dad was saying, love you too, Madison. Always love you. No matter what. Always gonna be my daughter forever. That's when she was a little bit smiling. She hugged, said, I'm always gonna love you. And that's when they hugged it very hard. And that's when they was saying, love you, Dad. And that's when he said, love you too, Madison. And that's when the mom was a little bit chuckled. And that's when he was saying, love you, Dad, love you too. The end of that daydreaming, the end of that memory that she had of Central Park. There's another memory that she had of Central Park. That's what Madison was saying. I remember the other time I was having Central Park. What else? I remember one time I rode my bike to Central Park. My mom and my dad were watching me. I looked back at them. My first time riding a bike as 8 years old when we went to Central Park. She was 4 years old when they went. She was 3 years old. She was 4 years old at Central Park. when the first time when she went there, and this is her second time. And her third time was when Henry and Juan, and when she was a teenager. That's when they did thumbs up. And that's when she smiled. She believed it that she can ride her bike. And that's when she spooked. And that's when she was getting ready to hurt her bike of the tree. That's when she fell down. Saying, That's when you said, the mom and the dad said, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And that's when Madison said, "Hey, my tooth came out." That's her tooth. Her tooth came out by falling down off of her bike. She must have hit it very hard. That's when Madison parents said, "Oh, finally, good job." Said, okay. Madison said, "Remember those 2 memories of Central Park." That's when she was saying, that's it. I think that's it. That's when he's saying, "Wow, that's your 2 times of Central Park," Juan was saying. And that's when he was saying, "Hey, look it. That's some pole. Another pole there, but it's closed because they're driving there at night." Saying, and that's when he was saying, That's the baseball. That's where people play baseball at." Saying baseball's closed. That's when they went away to go out of Central Park. That's when he's saying, "Hey, I thought we were gonna," Henry said, "Hey, Madison, I thought we were gonna just stay and look at Central Park a long time." That's when he's saying, "No, because that would be a very long time for us looking at it. That's caused us to be, like, tired a little bit. Don't really feel like looking." He said, "Okay, sorry." That's when he said, "Okay." New York. The full town of New York. Those are the trees of Central Park. And those are the more bigger buildings around New York. And that's the cars driving straight. And those are the back of the cars on the street. Man, cars driving, the buildings are right here. That's the camera. It was taken to Madison's van car. That's the car of Madison's. That's when they were taking a look at more bigger buildings in New York. That's when Madison was saying, "Okay, people. Okay, Juan and Henry, let's take a look at buildings." Said. That's when they were feeling a little bit tired. Henry was saying, "Okay." And that's when Juan was saying, "Okay." And that's when Juan was saying, "Okay." That's when he saying, "Take a look at that. That's the more biggest church in New York. It's a bigger church in New York. See it?" That's when Henry was looking down, and that's when Henry was saying, he looked it out, and he said, "Wow." That's when Juan was looking, And that's when Juan was saying, oh, wow. That's when he looked it back on his building to see what's right next to him. And that's when he was saying, wow. It was like this picture is about some figure holding some bigger earth thing. I don't know what all the buildings in New York. I've not been in here. That's when he's saying, wow. Okay, guys.